Hey everyone, I'm Selena for Who is Jesus Today? And what does Jesus say about himself? What does Jesus say about himself? Let him tell you what he says about himself. Okay, so Jesus says, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. And that's John 14:6. So this is what Jesus says about himself. You know, the theme of this channel is Who is Jesus Today? And so I'm asking the world this question, but we have to also keep in mind and go back to who does Jesus say that he is. Now, some people agree with who Jesus says that he is, and there are many who do not. But Jesus said that he was the way, which means there's no other path. There's no other path to righteousness. You may say you're on the path of enlightenment, and certainly you can be enlightened about a whole lot of things in life. You could be enlightened about how to take better care of your health, how to exercise more effectively. You could be enlightened what is the best way to set up, your garden, and you can be enlightened about what's the best, say, skincare. But you can be enlightened about a lot of things, but there's no other enlightenment regarding the path to salvation, because Jesus says, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Now, I know many of you don't agree, and you are pursuing other paths of enlightenment, or you're on a search for truth. And I've been on that search also for truth. What is real in the world? I wonder sometimes, was I even real? When I was younger. So Jesus is making a claim here that so many who even say they believe in Jesus go to church regularly, religious people, but they still struggle, or some just outright reject. Jesus says, I am the way, meaning the only way. I am the truth, meaning the only truth. I am the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. I accept that and I believe that. And you may today be out there where you do not believe this, where you are not sure, where maybe at one point you did and you no longer do. I like to say to you today, you have to make a decision. Or are you going to believe what Jesus said? So therefore you will be a follower and a believer in Jesus as your only path that leads you to salvation, deliverance, and eternal life. Or are you going to choose to say, no, I don't? So here's what I like to say, though. If you cannot believe Jesus is who he says he is, then why would you choose to continue on the path of doing church, religion, under the umbrella of Christianity? And there's different types of say, what was that word? It just left my mind. But there's different types of sects, sects, that are under the umbrella of Christianity. And some do believe who Jesus says he is, and then there are a whole lot that don't. So basically what we're saying is that some out there, actually a lot, are willing to accept a faith about Jesus, right, the founder, are willing to do rituals and even sacrifice their time, their lives, their money, and attend services regularly and read the Bible and say they pray, but they're still not willing to bow to who Jesus said that he is. I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. And so you know what I want to say too? How can we say we are the people of truth and love the truth if we cannot accept who Jesus says that he is when he says, I am the way, the truth, the life? I just would like to say to many people, if you have a faith today and you call it a Christian faith, whatever part of Christianity you are connected to, and you cannot believe who Jesus is, who he says he is, then you're not a follower of Jesus, but you are a religious person, perhaps. And you are pretty much saying that I can have my Christianity, I can have my faith without the founder, without the author, Jesus. Well, according to the Bible, you can't. You can't. But what you do have is religion without Jesus. So either you will believe Jesus is who he says he is, and I do. I did not always believe who Jesus said who he is. I didn't understand it. I didn't really care to know at some point at the time in my life. But what I have come to terms with is that I never wanted to have religion for the sake of having religion. I needed much more purpose than that. And Jesus has given me a purpose to believe who I believe in, because I believe in him. And so what I have, it's not a doctrine, it's not a religion, it is a personal relationship. It is a personal understanding of who is Jesus today in my life, in my walk. Yes, and I can be all of me, who God has made me, and yet he is defining and refining me to be more like him. Yes, so it's me, it's you, but much better in Jesus. You see? So choose today. Who do you really believe in? Do you believe in what people say about religion? Or do you really know who is Jesus today? Because let Jesus tell you who he is. And you'll know. Okay, thanks for your time. You can like and subscribe. We will meet again on this channel. Shalom.